Hey, history explorers! Ready to test your knowledge and travel through time? Let's dive into the past. What is the name of the large, triangle-shaped structures in Egypt? Pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one still standing. Who was the first president of the United States? George Washington. Washington is the only U.S. president who did not live in the White House, as it wasn't built during his presidency. What do we call the time before written records? Prehistory. Prehistory refers to the time before writing was invented, over 5,000 years ago. What is the name of the ship that carried the Pilgrims to America in 1620? Mayflower. The Mayflower carried 102 passengers to America, and they are now known as the Pilgrims. What is the Great Wall of China? A wall built to protect China. The Great Wall stretches over 13,000 miles and can be seen from space. Who is known as the Father of India? Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi led India's non-violent movement for independence from British rule. What did the Wright brothers invent? The airplane. The Wright brothers made the first powered flight in 1903 in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. What is Stonehenge? A prehistoric monument in England. Stonehenge was built around 5,000 years ago, but its exact purpose remains a mystery. Who is famous for saying, "I have a dream"? Martin Luther King Jr. His famous "I Have a Dream" speech was delivered during the March on Washington in 1963. What is the name of the ship that sank in 1912 after hitting an iceberg? Titanic. Titanic was the largest ship afloat in 1912 and sank on its maiden voyage after hitting an iceberg. What year did World War II end? (1945). The war ended on September 2nd, 1945, with Japan's formal surrender aboard the USS Missouri. Which famous queen ruled during the Golden Age of England? Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign is often called the Elizabethan era, a time of great cultural flourishing in England. Who was known as the Sun King? Louis XIV. Louis XIV ruled France for 72 years, making him the longest reigning monarch in European history. What was the name of the ancient Roman fighting arena? Colosseum. The Colosseum could hold up to 80,000 spectators for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. Who discovered America in 1492? Christopher Columbus. Columbus made 4 voyages across the Atlantic, believing he had reached Asia. Which empire built Machu Picchu in Peru? Inca Empire. Machu Picchu was built in the 15th century and remained hidden from outsiders until 1911. Who was the first emperor of Rome? Augustus. Augustus, formerly known as Octavian, established the Roman Empire after Julius Caesar's assassination. What was the name of the document signed in 1215 that limited the king's power in England? Magna Carta. Signed by King John in 1215, it limited royal power and is considered the foundation of modern democracy. Which artist painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? Michelangelo. Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling between 1508 and 1512, depicting stories from the Book of Genesis. What is the name of the ancient trade route connecting Asia and Europe? Silk Road. The Silk Road connected China with Europe and facilitated trade in silk, spices, and other goods. Which battle marked the end of Napoleon's rule? Battle of Waterloo. This 1815 battle marked Napoleon Bonaparte's defeat and the end of his rule over France. Who was the last Tsar of Russia? Nicholas II. The last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas II, was overthrown during the Russian Revolution in 1917. What ancient civilization used cuneiform writing? Sumerians. The Sumerians developed cuneiform, one of the earliest forms of writing, around 3100 BCE. In what year did the Berlin Wall fall? (1989). The fall of the Berlin Wall symbolized the end of the Cold War and the reunification of Germany. Who was the first female pharaoh of ancient Egypt? Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut ruled for over 20 years and was known for her extensive building projects in ancient Egypt. What was the name of the ship Charles Darwin traveled on? HMS Beagle. Darwin's voyage on the Beagle helped him develop his theory of evolution by natural selection. Who led the Norman conquest of England in 1066? William the Conqueror. After the Norman conquest in 1066, William became the first Norman king of England. Which ancient civilization invented the Olympic Games? Greeks. The first Olympic Games were held in Olympia, Greece, in 776 BCE, in honor of the god Zeus. What was the name of the Aztec capital? Tenochtitlan. Built on a lake, Tenochtitlan was the capital of the Aztec Empire and is now Mexico City. Which treaty ended World War I? Treaty of Versailles. Signed in 1919, it officially ended World War I and imposed strict penalties on Germany. Great job, history explorers! You've traveled through time and uncovered amazing facts about the past. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun quizzes. See you next time!